We are starting a new year, and all of us are making New Year's resolution. But guess what? I have something even better. Instead of making goals, aim for vision. I went to the gym today, and I came back, took a shower, and you know what? I was quite tired. And I had told myself I wanted to make a video a day. And guess what? That was my goal, and that was not enough to get me off the couch to create a video for you. What made me get up was my vision. And what is my vision? My vision for this channel is to give you the knowledge and lessons so that you can reach the next level of success. So, it's not the goal of creating content that got me here with you to give you the best of me. It was my vision for what's best for you, and it got the best out of me. And I'm proud of that. And this means that I'm very grateful to you for being there for me to be the best I can be. So think about it. If I cannot believe in myself, who will ever believe in me? If you can't believe in yourself to achieve goals or have a vision to become the best you can be, who will believe in you? So it's time for us to have a vision and do great things. So welcome to all of you. My name is Alain Faber, and I've created this channel to help you get the knowledge and the lesson to help you get and reach the next level of success. And at the same time, it is what I believe is my vision. Together, we can do great things. So this is the beginning of the year, and it's amazing how we always have a New Year's resolution. We have resolutions about our health, our wealth. We want to make a budget. We want to spend less. We want to spend more. We want to do great things. We want to start a business. There are always things we want to do. And the amazing thing is, why do we want to start on January 1st to start doing great things? We can start anytime in the year. So as we are starting this new year, I want you to keep in mind that we're going to work today on putting together a vision. So that means that as the year progresses, you'll notice that it's not just the goals that we start the year that are important, but it is everything else we do every day to reach the next level of success where you want to be. Because if you keep in mind that having goals in January never lasts very long. Life comes in, life gets in the way, we go back to our old routine. Now, if you have a vision, on the other hand, you have the drive, you know why you're doing what you're doing, and you have to keep that in mind daily. And if sometimes you feel, well, I don't feel too good today, oh, I'm tired, my friend told me I should just forget about it. Well, you won't, because you are comparing what others are saying to your vision. You're not comparing ideas with ideas. You're comparing other people's idea with your vision. This is powerful. This can engage you to do a lot more and go beyond any other people. So as we go along today, keep in mind, a vision will be what we're going to try to aim for before the end of this video. As I think about goals, I'm a teacher in a high school, and every semester we have people coming in September, people coming in January or February for a new semester. And we have goals. We have a new course, there's a credit, there are things we need to do. We have 5 months to get things together, and at the end, we're aiming for success. There is a goal there. But a credit or a course is just a course. Now, the difference is that if I go to school, or like night school, high school, or even university or beyond, and you're taking a course is interesting. But at some point, if you're tired, you won't do homework, you won't do the reading, you won't do more that is needed. And the reason is, it's just a credit. However, if you are within a program and people are engaged in their program. They know what they're looking for. They know what they want to become. They have a vision of what's next for them after that period for the course. People are driven. People say, okay, I'm here for a course. It's not a course. It is one step closer, a step I need to get to the next step. And that's what makes people amazing. They don't come to see you in a class just to learn and do what they need to do and get into the process. They are creating the energy for themselves and the group to go to the next level. And that's amazing because these people tend to be the most successful in a class. And if a class is hard for them, then they use their talent to be able to go beyond with their own knowledge. And often we forget that we have knowledge, we have life's lesson, and we've learned quite a few things. So for example, if you take a science class and it's hard for you, well, there are presentations in the science class. How about you create amazing presentations to promote what you've learned in the class? In some ways, you end up sharing what you've learned through what you like to do. If you're a scientist in a science lab, you love gathering data, you put a graph together, and you share what you've learned, and it is following the process because you love that. But if it's not your thing, and you use your vision to achieve the end result, which is, I have a course to take, there are things I need to do, there are homework, there's some reading to do. How about I do what I have to do? If it's great, wonderful. If it's harder and I don't need it, that's not a big deal. I'm gonna go through the course because at the end of the day, I have a vision. I know what I'm aiming for, and the course is either what I need at the moment or it's just something that I have to go through. And there's no longer any obstacle for you. How come? Because you're not seeing the trees, you're looking at the whole forest. And therefore, you know what you're aiming for. You know that, yes, there'll be trees, but you just go around trees. And you're going to do great things. As I reached the end of December last year, a few weeks ago, I was looking at, okay, I had some goals for 2019, and I reached many of them. But there's a few that I did not quite reach. And I was trying to figure out why. How come I did not have the drive that I had at the beginning of 2019? How come I stopped being engaged in my ideas? And as I tried to understand, I realized that I was working with what my head was telling me instead of working with what my heart and soul wanted to work with. And that's amazing because I'll share with you a link for a video I did not too long ago. And many of you know what SMART goals are. SMART goals it's an intellectual activity. But in the video I put together, I add 2 letters for smarter goals. And the smarter goals means that when you have a SMART goal, you need to find a way to be engaged in your goal, and you need to find a way to engage others in your goals. And what happens is people feed off each other and people can go much further. The next one is reflection. And the idea of the reflection is, as you go through your goals, you need to reflect on why you're having those goals and why you want to achieve them. And at the end, it's no longer like a brain cell activity. It becomes a soul-searching event. Soul-searching events are amazing because engagement comes in, you get excited, and you reflect on how to get better. And in which case, these goals are no longer goals, they become a vision. And from the vision, you have new goals. And the goals are not just things you need to do, you are energized to do so. And that is important. And I was debating to see if I wanted to share with you my vision, and here it is. But before I share my vision, if you've liked the message so far, I would like to go down here and I want you to subscribe to my channel to support me, but also to tell you when the next video will come out. Because at the end of the day, I have the vision to bring you the knowledge and the lessons so that you can succeed and you can go to the next level of success. So don't forget that. So here is my vision. I keep my vision on a post-it, and the reason is I have many of them that I carry around. And here it is. My vision is the following. My vision is to empower people to engage in their learning so that they can do it anytime from any place and be excited about it. Think about that. That's amazing. I want to share with you things that I learned that I know that will be useful for you for success. It will be where the time and place no longer is a limitation. And that is my vision. And that's why this evening I got up to make this video. And you know what? As I started, I got more and more energized because I know that at the same time, it's good for you. Good thinking so that you can reach the next level. But it's good for me because it reminds me that that's what I'm looking for. And as I go with my vision, I was able to write my mission. Now, visions are tricky because you try to figure out how can you put in a few words your beliefs. It took me about 3 weeks to put that together. I drove 10 hours to see my family, came back, and during that time I had Post-its on the steering wheel. So that I put a few words here and there, and as I was stopping for coffee, I would just rewrite the vision. And that's how I came up with this one. And I find it very powerful for me. And hopefully you'll find out that you can realize how powerful a vision is. So much more than goals for you. Here's my mission from the vision, and there it is. My mission is to provide learners, you, with engaging content to fuel your curiosity, to explore, to be inspired, for me to educate and help you problem solve so that we can have positive outcomes for the world. And that's the idea here. I want to create these videos for you so that you can become more successful, so that you can have a positive influence to have a great future for this world. I have this channel in English. I also have another channel for my students, and that one is in French. And that is my contribution for you. On this, hopefully you've enjoyed the message. I want you to get your journal because as I have here, I have a journal in which I put my goals so that I can think about it and get better tomorrow. So there you go. Get your journal, and the first thing I want you to do is the following. So the first thing I want you to do and write in your journal is try to see if you can use words to express the drive you have to get up in the morning to do what you do. I'm not talking about a job, or I'm not talking about the kids that you have to take care of, or family members, or any other things. I want to know what is the essence of what makes you say, I'm going to get up today because there's something I want to do. That is part of the energy to organize and set up your vision. So take a moment to write that. What drives you to engage in the day in the morning? Take a moment to write that, because this will be necessary for the second step. So as you wrote what drives you and engaged you to get up in the morning, I want you to think about what is the essence, what is the thoughts in its purest sense. So the thought to the purest sense is the following. For me, is my vision is to empower people to engage in their learning. I'm a teacher. That's the main reason why I get up in the morning. I want to help people learn so they can get better. That the essence is what it is for my students, for my kids, for anybody around me. And that is the essence of what I like to do. So look at the vision, at the reason why you get up in the morning, and try to see if you can find the essence. What is that drive? For me, is to empower people to engage in their learning for success. What is yours? What is the essence of what you like to do? The third part is for you to start writing what your vision is. Now, the first time you're going to write this, it's not going to be the final result, but the first time you write it down will lead to a second time, will lead to a third time, and so on. My post-it here is in 2 ink colors. I don't know if you can see it. And the reason is this was my version last week, and I wanted to add a couple words to clarify it, because the more I clarify it, the easiest it is for me to say, okay, this is what I'm doing. These are the reasons why I do what I do. In your journal, you will write down, my vision is to, and I want you to put an action verb, a very powerful action verb, so that you can tell yourself what is your vision. And that will be the final activity from this video. And the reason for that is, once you have that vision, you'll be able to say, okay, now I can make goals, because the goals are no longer what I think about, but it's about my vision. And to be able to help with that, I want you to go to the link up here on how to set smarter goals, and I want to see you there in a moment.